If you've been around for a while and your business is not where you want it to be, I think there's a few people in the room that would feel that's you. If you're stuck, if you're trying to get off a plateau, go to the next level, if you've gone up and fallen back a little bit, pay very close attention in the next few minutes. So, phase one is very simple. You invite and present all day long. You personally invite and present all day long, as often as you humanly possibly can. You invite and present. Now, you will many times when you're brand new be doing all the inviting yourself. As time goes by, you may be working with someone who's on your team who's doing the majority of the inviting. You're working with a new person. You're help running their contacts. So therefore, you may not be doing the inviting, but you're certainly doing the presenting. You invite and present all day long. If you go and you work with business coaches, one of the things I used to do back in the day when I did some pretty high-level coaching for entrepreneurs is ask them two things. What are your peak income generating activities? And what are your peak income generating hours? Now, if you don't know the answer to those two things, that's not a great thing. What you need to do is ideally do your peak income generating activities during your peak income generating hours. So what are our peak income generating activities? Inviting and presenting. Are there other things we do? Yes. Do we train? Yes. Do we promote? Yes. Do we do lots of stuff? But inviting and presenting are the ones that generate the most revenue. How many of you would like to increase your revenue? So then increase the amount of inviting and presenting you're doing. It's literally that simple. So phase one, we invite, present all day long. You invite and present all day long. What the hell are you doing? You're doing things that don't make money. You know why? Because you don't want to invite and present, and those are the only things that are gonna get you out of your rut. The only things. You know what you need? You need new customers. You need, again, you're all sitting there going, man, my team, so frustrated with my team. They're just not doing what they're supposed to. Well, you've heard this before. Technically, you're on your team. I've said this before. If you watch a race and the person who's what we call the leader is not the one behind everyone else in the race going, run faster! Come on, you're not running fast. Come on, run faster! Come on, pick up the... That's not the leader, that's the idiot. The leader is too busy in the front of everybody else running, or in our business, inviting and presenting all day long. So when a bunch of people quit, the leader's like, oh, damn, I didn't even notice because I was busy inviting and presenting all day long. I know it's a simple message, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna beat the hell out of this. Phase one is the only phase you have any business being in if you wanna make a bunch of money. Okay, first time I was with my daughters are backstage. First time Alex, my oldest daughter, was old enough to start speaking. I have a hotel room key with me, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this. You ever get a room right by the elevator? That's cool. You ever get a room not right by the elevator? Like down and around and up and down and we finally got to the room. We've been skiing all day long. We were really tired. Took my key out, put it in, and it went red. And I pulled the key out and said, oh, and I know this will shock you because most of you know I don't use foul language, but my 3-year-old daughter said, F. She said it for me. That's when I was like, uh-oh. Whatever you do duplicates whether you like it or not. So what you want is you want your team to duplicate your good habits and ignore your bad habits, and it don't work that way. Your group is going to duplicate what you do. So write this down. This is a good one. Just trust me, write this down. If my team does exactly what I did today, how much money will I make? If my whole team does exactly what I did today, how much money will I make? Now, what if you have 100,000 people on your team and you didn't invite or present? How much money will you make that day? Close your eyes for a minute. I'm gonna have you visualize something. You should visualize nothing, because that's what you're gonna make, nothing. 100,000 people doing nothing pays nothing. I'd rather have 5 people inviting and presenting all day long. Now, if you don't like inviting and presenting, I have a suggestion for you. Go do something else. And I know your upline's going, oh, no, don't tell them that. No, let me tell them that. Find something you love to do. If you don't love presenting, that's cool. But if you get into this and you find joy in doing the inviting and the presenting, if you can get excited about it to the point where you want to do it every day, it's like going to the gym. If going to the gym's like, gotta go to the gym, and you're looking for every excuse not to go, you ain't gonna get in shape. Even if you do temporarily, it won't last. If you don't want to invite and present, you're looking at it as if it's a drudgery. You're gonna slip into phase 2 when you got 3 people on your team because you don't want to do the work. So find a way to love inviting and presenting. Do whatever you have to do to trick yourself and lead your group more than everybody else. Everybody got it? So phase 1, remember that, gonna get a tattoo. It's either a mute button or phase 1. That was my first license plate I ever had. It said phase 1 to remind myself every day, if I wasn't inviting, presenting, I was crazy. I'm gonna share one more thing with you. Greens will like this. Can I get the iPad boys up on the screen, please?